Alright guys, how y'all doing? I'm sitting outside. I was out here earlier. I tried to come out here and get my vitamin D, but it was too hot. I couldn't, the lighting underneath my thing wasn't that great underneath my net. Let me show you. The lighting wasn't good under there, so I came and sat on the step, but it was too bright. The sun was hitting me. Now the sun went down a little bit. I hope the quality is still good. But yeah, I do try to come and sit outside, like, and get some natural vitamin D. But I just can't sit out too long in the middle of the day when the sun is hitting. So I'll try to come out later on when the sun go down and just sit out here and chill and relax. I don't really go nowhere. I'll go to the market or I'll go to the bank or something like that. And but I see these kids walking down the street, like 4 and 5 kids at a time. Maybe one of them have a mask, and if they do have a mask, it's not on, or it's at their chin, or it's not covering their nose. And it's like you're still exposing yourself because your other 4 friends don't have a mask. I don't know, and I wonder why these numbers is going up, or this thing hasn't curtailed the way we wanted it to. But you got these states that were opened up, and now you see their numbers rising. And I don't know why these other states want to follow suit. It doesn't make sense to me. Like all of these professional people in positions of power with these degrees from these colleges and universities, and on paper they look fantastic, but they're not making any sense. They in a hurry of opening up this economy, and more and more people are getting sick. I mailed 3 sympathy cards today. Even when the numbers were kind of high before, it was other people. It wasn't anybody I knew. Now all of a sudden, today I mailed 3 sympathy cards, 3 family members, and neighbors' family members, and colleagues' family members, and so it's really starting to hit home. And to me, that's letting me know that it's not getting better, And what they're going to do about schools, I don't know yet. What we're going to do about, our school system. I'm not sending my daughter. My daughter not going back into the school district buildings. They're old. I don't have confidence that they're going to be properly cleaned. I don't have confidence that every student is going to social distance or keep their mask on. Some of these kids are silly and immature. And I can see them doing stupid stuff like coughing on somebody. I don't trust these people. So until they get a real handle on things, I chill. I would love to go to the beach. It was hot earlier. It was perfect weather to go to the beach. I love the beach. But you know what my beach was? I'm going to tell you what my beach was. When I'm out here watering my grass and my bushes and my plants and stuff, I wet my feet with the hose. That's my beach. That's my beach right there. And that's going to be my beach until next summer. I'll see the beach next summer, hopefully. Yeah. So, I'm going to try to do a video maybe once a week. If I can do more, I'll definitely do more. But I got kids, and older people know it. I got a house. You know what I'm saying? I got kids. People work. You got to cook. You got to clean. So I give respect to the YouTube people who dedicate themselves to kicking out these videos every day and doing these mukbangs and cooking and preparation and all that. And listen, just me getting on here talking is a task. It's my 3rd time trying. I put out a video, but you keep playing with me, squirrel. Okay. Mother Nature and her creatures, they ain't scared no more like they used to. They come up to you. You can go ahead and play if you want to. You see me running in the house, and you know why. So yeah. So I had a subscriber want me to do a video about the whole Kylie Jenner update thing and Kim Kardashian billionaire thing, and Um, I knew Kylie Jenner wasn't no billionaire. You know, and I just used my common sense. I just use my common sense. And see, and that's why my channel is the Miss Disagree channel. Because you can tell me something and I'm not going to automatically agree with you. I'm not. You know? Even this channel right here is my opinion. You know, it's opinionated. You know, I may do a little research based on the topic, but you know, it's based on what I read or heard or seen or whatever, and I formulate my opinion. You ain't got to listen to me. You ain't got to listen to me. That's why I don't mind that people disagree. I don't think so. Anybody in your life should disagree with you all the time. That's not realistic to me. It doesn't make sense. So even when I'm watching other videos and I'm looking at the comments and I'm reading these comments of people saying, "Oh, if you don't like it, you don't like it. Stop watching." That doesn't make sense to me. That's such an immature comment to me. First of all, you don't tell me what I can and can't watch. And you don't tell me what I can and can't say. You don't have that power. You don't have that control. You don't have that jurisdiction over me to be able to do that. I can look at a video and make any comment I want to make in the comments. I'm not going to be nasty. I'm not going to call nobody out their name. But if I look at something and if I disagree with the point, I'm going to put it down there if I choose to. Sometimes I won't say nothing. But other times things hit me where I go, oh no, I got to say something. And you'll say something where you don't agree. Oh, stop watching. Why are you watching? That doesn't even make any sense. Why are you being negative? Because you disagree with somebody. We don't say that to people who watch sports. Okay? Their team could be doing bad all year and they fussing and yelling every time they watch. You say, stop watching the Eagles then. Stop watching the Dallas Cowboys then. People play games. You lose at the game all the time. If you can't play the game, stop playing the game then. It doesn't make sense. You don't get to tell people what they can't watch. You on here watching all the time. Well, there's obviously something about it that I like, but if I hear something I don't like, I'm going to comment on it. I have that right to do that. Okay, stop being petty and stop being immature. You need to grow up. These people on these YouTube comments, they need to grow up. And sometimes I'll say something and sometimes I won't, because I could be going back and forth with a 12-year-old. You don't know. You never know. These 12-year-olds, they grown. But anyway, so when I first heard the Kylie Jenner story, no, I didn't believe it. Because it didn't make sense to me. I go shopping all the time, in the malls all the time. I ain't never seen none of her stuff. Okay? And so I think at the time I did my video, the information wasn't verified. But then it came out that the owner of Forbes or whatever, they supplied IRS documents. But the documentation was forged. Okay? So they falsified the numbers to support their claim. But that's what they do. They inflate their numbers. They tell you how successful they are, how much money they making. Why you got to floss like that? Because let me tell you something. People that really make a lot of money, sometimes you don't even know how much money they have or how much money they worth. They don't talk about it. They don't brag about it. You got to do that much flexing. There's some falsehood somewhere. Okay? Just like they talk about men who talk about, sex all the time. You talk about how good you are all the time, that means you ain't that great. So I knew that she wasn't no billionaire. And so now they saying Kim Kardashian is a billionaire. Oh. And the same company that bought into Kylie Jenner's company bought into Kim's. And I'm like, what? Where in business does that make sense? If I'm a business person, I don't want to have nothing to do with the Kardashian Jenner. I wouldn't have nothing to do with you. The only thing I can think of is maybe the deal was already on the table. There was an agreement already made. And so they had to go forth with the agreement. But maybe the terms are different. Because they gave paid $600 million. Where Kim only $200 million. So maybe they just negotiated the terms. They're like, all right, we ain't going to give you that much. I heard like read that a few years ago, I think their ROI, which is the return on investment, was like $35, and that was down to like $5. So sometimes when you're in a desperate situation, you make desperate moves, and you're looking at the Kardashians like they're influencers, and you see how much influence they have on people, and I'm thinking this is why this company is making this decision. They're in a desperate situation, so they're making desperate moves. That's the only thing I can think of. Because why in the world would you want to invest in Kardashians after what Kylie Jenner and her mother did? Doesn't make sense. But I do know these people have an agenda, and it's not just about makeup. I realized there was an agenda when Kim Kardashian all of a sudden wants to be a lawyer. I don't watch the Kardashians, never have. So I'm relying on you for the information. Has she always wanted to be a lawyer? Did she talk about it on the first season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the second season? A lawyer is not something you decide you want to be at 35, 40 years old. I ain't saying people can't change their mind, but typically a career like that, like doctor, lawyer, teacher, whatever, people know that pretty early on. That's why you got teachers graduating with their teaching certificates and they're 24, 25 years old. They pretty know early on what they want to be. So 35, 40, all of a sudden you want to be a lawyer, and you're not even going about it the traditional way. You doing some kind of internship. You got all the money in the world, all the resources in the world, but you want to do some type of internship when you could have your butt into a law school. You can be going to law school, focusing on getting your law degree, but you're going to do an internship. Okay? But I could see why she would want to be a lawyer, because, listen, you don't think they talk? I don't think they talk a lot, but they talk about their brand and what they want to do with their brand. And they want to keep brainwashing people and influencing people. And unfortunately, you got silly Americans out here that just because they have money, they listen to them. But let me tell you, everybody with money ain't making the best moves. They ain't doing things the right way. Because if you came up like that, as fast as you came up, you doing something the wrong way. Because everybody know it. You out here with your grind, taking you 15, 20 years to become successful. You doing it the right way. It takes a while. It's not an overnight success. You see these actors out here or these comedians out here, and you thinking that, oh, they just popped up on the scene. No, they be in comedy clubs and theater and stuff like that 15, 20 years before they made it. It's not an overnight thing to be successful. All right? So you making that kind of money that kind of fast, you ain't doing something right. Something shady, something fishy. All right? You done made the deal with the devil. Kanye want to be president. Get out of here. And here's the thing. I'm always thinking, like I always try to connect the dots. As soon as Kylie Jenner business, was worth $1 billion, all of a sudden Kylie Jenner's a billionaire. Now they're saying Kim Kardashian business is worth $1 billion, but she's not a billionaire yet. So why was Kylie Jenner a billionaire, but Kim's not a billionaire? See, they don't see, now they're careful. They're careful not to say she a billionaire because of the mistake they made with Kylie, because of the lie they told with Kylie. So they're not so quick to call Kim a billionaire, even though her husband did on Twitter. But all the other financial advisors and stuff, if you read articles, they were like, well, she's not quite a billionaire. That's just her company. Oh, but everybody was so quick to call Kylie a billionaire when her company went billionaire status. You see? See, I like connecting the dots like that. And I'm like, oh, so Kim not a billionaire, but Kylie was? Oh, okay. So, I mean, I just want you to think for yourself. You ain't got to agree with me. And my whole purpose is to bring content to you and let you think about things in a different way, because people do it to me. I'm happy to do it for other people. I talk to people all the time, friends, family, whatever. They may mention something. I go, you know what? I didn't think about it like that. And that's all I want, is to bring something to light, to go, you know what? I didn't even think of that. And you can still not agree. You don't have to agree. I think it's weird that somebody agrees with you all the time. That's strange to me. You ain't got to agree with me. You ain't got to believe me. You can do your own research. Okay? But I'm just saying, sometimes, you look at things in a different way. Everybody has their own perspective. You could be born in the same household. You can have siblings and go through the same thing. If I talk to each and every one of you, everybody's going to have their own different perceptions of how they grew up. The main things will be the same. But how they experience things and how they felt things is going to be different. And you're going to be like, wow, how things be so different when you grew up in the same household, same parents. People perceive things differently. That's why it's okay to look at how other people think. Other opinions that are different than yours. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. That's how you mature. Be open to it. Be perceptive to it. Have a conversation. Don't automatically get on the defensive and get mad at people and call people out their name and call people names and say, oh, go somewhere. You can't watch this. Why are you watching this? That's immaturity to me. You have no knowledge. I'm not listening to anybody who think like that because I know that there is a lack of knowledge. You have no knowledge. There's nothing you can tell me. There is nothing you can teach me because you're not even open to listening to how somebody else thinks. Okay? So I don't even listen to them people. And I used to go back and forth with them people all the time. I don't even go back and forth with them people no more. Because they're narrow-minded. They're narrow-minded. They're sheep. They following behind somebody because of how things appear to be, how things look. Oh, but she making money though. You watching and you comment and she making money though. So she making money. What does that have to do with her level of knowledge? That has nothing to do with it. It's a lot of stupid people out here in the world that make a lot of money. They found a talent. They tapped into that talent. They capitalized on their talent. They had support. A lot of these people have support. They have a system behind them. That sometimes they're born into a certain situation. They seized an opportunity. The circumstances are right. It don't make them smarter than you. So people kill me with that. She making money though. He making money though. Sounds stupid. I know plenty of intelligent people way smarter than me. They don't make that much money. They don't even make that much money. But they're highly intelligent. And you don't look down on people like that. You don't look down on nobody, really. You ain't supposed to look down on nobody. You can have a difference of opinion. You ain't got to agree with them. But you don't look down on somebody because they don't have the money. They're not living in a big house or driving a fancy car. And you're going to listen to this person over here because they got the big house, the car, and they wearing all the designer. But they ain't making no sense. And you defending them. Sounding just as silly and stupid as they are. So, I'm going to wrap it up because I'm almost at 20 minutes. I don't even know if this whole video going to upload, but we're going to see. We're going to try. And there's other videos to come. And I'm going to have other people on my videos. And we're going to be talking. And we're going to be talking about some interesting stuff. And I'm just a regular person. A regular, everyday person. Just with normal opinions. But I'm trying to bring some common sense to these YouTube streets because I don't hear it. Here and there, I may hear somebody to make some sense. But other than that, majority of the people I don't hear is a bunch of nonsense. It's a bunch of nonsense. And I'm like, wow. This is our future. Don't look bright. It don't look bright. And you got people following behind them because they're enamored with a certain way they look, video pop up. Ooh, my house tour. Ooh, look at the new car I bought. Ooh, so the hell what? My house means just as much as me as your big mansion house mean to you. I mean, just as much. Okay, and I'm in the inner city, row house, but I love my house. All right, so I'm gonna get out of here. Talk to y'all later. I don't know what my next topic is going to be. It may be about the Jada and Will and August Alsina situation. It may be about I do want to do a video on you know, just politics. Very short video about what's going on politically. I'm not going to get into politics on my channel, but because this is an election year, there's a lot of people that don't know how our political system works. You'd be surprised. The primaries are rolling around in your town, and people are like, what are the primaries? Like, just the basic stuff a lot of people don't know, you know? So just a very short video explaining that and making sure you get out and vote in November. Just a short video on that. And then some other interesting stuff. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.